And tonight, we're so pleased to welcome our friend John Bucchino, another composer from New York City. And a little information about John Bucchino. His music has been recorded and performed by a wide range of important artists such as Art Garfunkel, Judy Collins, Liza Minnelli, Patti LuPone, and Kristen Chenoweth. His music has been performed by the Los Angeles Philharmonic, Boston Pops, at such significant locations as Carnegie Hall, Metropolitan Opera, and the White House. Bucchino is the recipient of the Johnny Mercer Songwriter Award, the ASCAP Foundation, Richard Rogers New Horizon Award, and the Fred Ebb Award. Joining Mr. Bucchino tonight is our vocalists Lucas Steele and Haley Bond. So please, without further ado, let's welcome John Bucchino. Thank you.
Hi, you guys. I am so happy to be here. Thank you for coming. So as Tim said, embarrassingly, I am John Bucchino. I'm a songwriter and pianist. And we arrived yesterday. We did a master class with some students last night that was wonderful, and I got such a positive impression of the people who go to school here and the people that they're lucky enough to study with. And we just had a really good time. And then today I saw some of you at your meeting, your morning meeting. And so we're just gonna do a bunch of songs that I wrote. And that was one of them. It was something called Progression, an instrumental. I don't usually write instrumentals, but that popped out. And that is on a CD called It's Only Life, which is also a musical review that I put together with Daisy Prince, who also put together Songs for a New World, and the last 5 years. So she's a brilliant friend. And speaking of brilliant friends, as Tim also mentioned, I have two singers with me tonight who are dear friends and brilliant musicians. And the first of them is going to sing this next song, which is actually my favorite song that I ever wrote. It is a song called Unexpressed, and here to sing it is the wonderful Lucas Steele.
Sometimes I think my heart will burst like a balloon inside my chest, with all the love that's waiting here unexpressed. Fingers that ache to intertwine, warmest of chords but missing tune. Where is the laugh to echo mine? Send it soon. The words my lips would form, the circle these two arms would make, safe and warm. Someone could be safe and warm. But maybe the love we yearn to give can find a release some other way, coloring how we choose to live every day, the kindness we can share. The kindness we can share, the comfort these two arms might lend in despair. Someone's always in despair. Still, I'm longing to meet that pair of eyes, dark as the night or endless blue, holding a light I'll recognize, something clear, something true, something that seems to mean something I haven't seen.
Lucas Steele. Hi, Haley Bond.
Hi.
So songs come to me in a variety of ways, and many of the songs that I used to write just popped into my head because I saw something, or I saw someone, or I had an emotional experience in my own life that created a strong enough feeling that a song popped out of it. And this song, which is quite an old one, actually, was one of those experiences. I used to live in Los Angeles before I wised up and moved to New York. Not to disparage Los Angeles, for those of you who like Los Angeles, but New York seems to be better for me. But I was in Hollywood, and I was walking along Hollywood Boulevard, where they have the names of the celebrities and stuff and the stars. And a bus pulled up, and two young people got off with big backpacks. And for some reason, the image of these two people with their big backpacks sort of burned itself into my mind. And I went home and wrote this song. Oh, and this is Haley Peterson. Sorry.
Hi. He left a man in New York City. She broke a home in New Orleans. They made their way to California. Sweet dreams, children, sweet dreams. They hit it off in a Greyhound station when she kicked the cigarette machine and woke him up hard from his nap beside it. Woke him up hard from his sweet dreams. He talked about his sugar daddies. She talked about her mean Marine. They settled down in seats adjoining, sharing sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Well, there's no man to sell your heart to when you're dancing across the TV screen. No husband to beat you when you're in the movies. Just sweet dreams, children, sweet dreams. Run away to another skin, a tough one, a pretty one that won't let the badness in. Now he's keeping house for a big producer who pays for the classes and the limousines. And she's in a bar passed out with whiskey, still dreaming sweet dreams, still dreaming sweet dreams. Run away to another skin, a tough one, a pretty one that won't let the sadness in, won't let the madness win. There is a sidewalk in California where they put the stars right at your feet, and people delight in stepping on them.
Haley Peterson. Thank you. I have to interrupt for a second. I'm sorry, the photo clicking, I hear every single click and it's so distracting, it's driving me crazy. So George came back and asked if he could take pictures during the up-tempo numbers, and that's okay when we're loud because I don't hear them, but in ballads, and when you're taking like 1,000 in a ballad, it's the most distracting thing ever, and please don't do that. And I'm sure the people right in front of you are not happy about it either, so. So the next song, I have the great pleasure of being joined by some wonderful singers from your school. And I don't know all their names, I'm afraid, but here's a bunch of great singers from your school to sing this other song, which is called That Smile. And so we have some work to do on the miking, and so I'll just chat. This is an arrangement by, I don't know if you've heard of, oh, here they come. Hi, you guys. Yeah. And you know what? Why don't you each introduce yourself on your mic, and when you get settled. This vocal arrangement of this song was by Jason Robert Brown, who was here a few years ago, I guess, who's just a brilliant composer, and you'll hear a wonderful arranger. So why don't we go down the line and just lean into the mic and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Nick Lynn, and I'm a junior.
Okay.
I'm Sophia, and I'm a senior.
I'm Josh, I'm a senior.
I'm Agatha, and I am a senior.
I'm Ella, and I'm a senior.
I'm Dominic, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Samson. I'm from Beijing, China. I'm a junior.
All right, Samson. And?
I'm Kendall, I'm a senior.
Great. Let's go, you guys.
That smile that cracks your face, it cracks me up, it cracks down hard on my resistance to the love me in your eyes. And when you smile that lightning way you do away with gray by flashing bites of blue behind my cloudy skies. I know you're capable of glowing in the dark, and I know you're kissable, glowing of the spark. To warm the deepest part of me, to shine some sense of all I can be, to have my aspirations meet their marks.
That smile, you bear your strength, you bear the weight of all the disappointment, scraping through the sunlight can't reach. And when you smile at sunrise the way you do, you light a lesson in the art of sliding through the worst of anything.
I know you're capable of glowing in the dark.
You're kissable for grinning up that spook, to avoid the deepest part of me, to shine some sense of all I can be, how my aspirations meet their mark.
And even though we've barely met, you smiled one smile I can't forget.
The basis for some grand eternal hope. You see, I think I'm falling for that crazy smile of
I know you're capable of glowing in the dark. I know you're kissable, glowing up the spark. For the deepest part of me, to shine some sense on all I can be.
Well, my aspirations meet their mark. And even though we barely met, you smiled one smile I can't forget. The basis for some grand eternal wars. You see, I think I'm falling for that crazy smile of
See what talented students you have. This is actually another sort of John's life song that I wrote a long, long time ago when I had moved to New York City for the first time, way back in 1980, when I was 7. No, not really. And Lucas actually sang this in It's Only Life in the musical review that we did when we did it out in the Los Angeles area.
'Tis true.
It is true.
And I'm gonna sing it again for you.
And this song is called It Feels Like Home.
I hear your key in the door, unlocking more than wood. The ceiling may not be dry yet, but it feels like home. Yes, we have come from a long way. Friends say wrong way. Still, I only know when you hold me, it feels like home. We don't need a dining room table. So far, there's no one to invite. For me, a cardboard box will do just fine, as long as I'm with you each night. It seems to me if you never risk, you'll never win. And since we're in this together, it feels like home. We don't need a dining room table. So far, there's no one to invite. For me, a cardboard box will do just fine, as long as I'm with you each night. Yes, we have come from a long way. Friends say wrong way. Still, I only know when you hold me, it feels like home. It feels like home. It feels like
Thank you. Lucas Steele. Come on out, Helly. Here's Helly Von Peterson again. So I was stood up. Somebody was coming over for dinner, and I was really excited about it. And the chicken just got cold.
I play the same record again and again, hoping you'll walk into the song with the violins. I trust you've memorized your script. I've got my part down perfectly, but it's so hard to concentrate on my lines. I can't hear myself think over the song with the violins. It's getting late. Have you missed the turnoff or lost my number? I know your new number by heart. Your motorcycle worries me. One slip and you'll miss the suntan I got for you. The house I clean for you. The shirt I press, the tight new jeans, and a song with the violins. two left feet stepping all over the Fred and Ginger possibilities, bumping the needle, leaving a gaping, hissing scratch in my favorite song, the song with the violins, the song with the
So I started writing music. I moved to New York the second time in '92 because I had met a guy named Stephen Schwartz, of whom you may have heard, who wrote a little show called Wicked most recently. Yeah, and he thought that it would be good for me to come to New York and try to write for musical theater. And so I did that, and kind of amazingly, it led to my actually having a show on Broadway in 2008, a show called A Catered Affair, with a book by Harvey Fierstein, and it starred Faith Prince and Tom Wopat, and was, you know, a wonderful experience, difficult experience, because when people put $8 million into something, you know, it gets tricky, complicated, as you can imagine, and you know, things don't always go the way you want them to. But it was a great learning experience. Although I swore that I would never do it again. And then a couple of years later, I was really, really broke. And it's sort of interesting how the universe, I believe in all that stuff, or God, or whatever you want to call it, sort of manipulates people into, or I think me anyway, I should only speak for myself, into situations where you learn what you need to learn. And I got an offer from a producer in Denmark, random, to commission me to write a new musical. And I had said, I don't ever want to write a musical again. It's too painful, it's too difficult, I don't want to do that. But he was offering me a lot of money. And I needed the money, and I had no choice but to do it. It could have been about, you know, anything, and I would have had to do it. But the happy ending here, and I think the lesson learned, and what I was supposed to learn from it was, it's been the most rewarding and beautiful and positive and loving and supportive creative experience I've ever had in my life. And I'm really proud of the show. We had a production in Denmark, in a little town, the quaintest place you've ever seen, outside of Copenhagen. And the story takes place in that town. In fact, the town was part of commissioning the story. They wanted a story that was local to their town. I won't go into the whole story, but this particular song from the show, and the show was called Esaura, E-S-A-U-R-A. It's only been performed in Danish, but we're hoping to have an English language production at some point. And the characters are Christian, who is in love with Esaura, but she is tortured and dark, and you know, her father doesn't want them to be together because of a religious thing, which turns out to not be the reason after all, but whatever. And he's begged Esaura to be with him, and she has said, I can't, and you know, turned away, and of course, which makes him want her even more, because that's the way that works. And so he goes to another town to apprentice as a blacksmith. And the blacksmith's daughter, Dorothea, played by Haley, kind of takes a liking to little Christian. And she is lovely and light and you know, just the opposite of Esaura in so many ways, and beautiful and available, by the way. And Christian eventually starts to feel, you know, kind of forces himself to kind of like Dorothea. And in fact, even asks her to move to America with him. But, you know, he's really moving to America to get away from Esaura because his heart's broken. And what he shows her a postcard that a friend of his had given him, because it's 1850 and it's the gold rush in California, and he shows her, Dorothea, a postcard that his friend had given him, and invites her to move out to California with him. But if you'll notice in this song, which is called A Dream, he's fantasizing what it would be like. But he always ends his phrases with a dream, and she always says, come true. But he never says, come true. He just says a dream, because he's hoping that it will work. And ultimately it doesn't. But anyway, I've over-explained the song, but this is what the song is. It's called A Dream.
They're beautiful, don't you think? The mountains? Look in front of this one here, there's a darling little house. What are you thinking? Christian?
Just that we'll be leaving soon.
Tell me about the mountains one more time.
Eric says, they're not like anything we know.
I can see us in this house. I'm imagining a flower garden.
Some days their tops are lost in clouds.
I'm imagining a vase of flowers.
You care so wide, so high. You cannot see beyond them. A dream.
Come true. Tell me more about the gold that's in those mountains.
So bright it's blinding to behold.
I can see it.
It lies there almost in your grasp.
All you have to do is reach.
To change this life and gild each new tomorrow. A dream.
Come true. And this little house, our little house, flowers in the kitchen, supper on the table.
No little house, big shiny house, servants in the kitchen, horses in the stable.
Flowers in the bedroom, flowers in our children's hair.
Life can provide another way.
I can see a little girl, I can see a little boy with your
A
eyes.
field of gold for us to
We'll be
reap.
waiting your return when you sweep us in your arms.
We may not see the shimmer in the darkness, but day will come to guide our hand.
Our happy house, our patch of land, a fairy tale we never planned.
A dream.
So I'm sorry that I yelled at you with the cameras. That felt not good, and I'm really sorry about that. But it's just, your ears get like microscopic when you're doing this, because you're listening so intensely that every little click, every little thing is magnified.
Especially your ears.
Especially my ears.
They're magical ears. on this
Well,
phone.
thank you. I don't know about that, but I have the next song, I do, yeah. You'll come back, yes. Anyway, I'm sorry, and in up tempos, click away. Take a few pictures if you want to. Certainly, it's just the quiet ones when click, click, click is just crazy making. So anyway, this song, I had just again had a breakup of a relationship, and I had written a really, really sappy "Why Don't You Love Me" song. Really, really sappy, and it was sitting on the table by my bed. And and I was lying in bed feeling sorry for myself, and then all of a sudden, a new and I think way healthier actually emotion swept over me. Rage. On my bedside table is a note from Stephen Sondheim and a pair of wire glasses and the lyric to a new song which I'll never play for you because it's far too sentimental and I don't want you to think I care enough to write a mushy love song now that you and I are really through. Oh, by the way, 2 bills are also there. One for the cable, which has really kept me sane throughout our breakup. Damn, I swore I wouldn't dwell upon our breakup. Well, the other is my visa bill, a little heavier with all the junk I bought to kill the pain, to fill the space until I face the fact that you and I are definitely through. There's my talking clock now set to get me off to work the new job you don't know I got. It's not impressive, it won't make you think I'm doing well without you. Actually, I'm not so hot, I can barely hack it. And there are those earplugs I still wear to help sleep tightly through the nightly New York racket. Did you find one recently? Did it make you think of me and cry so hard you couldn't see? I hope so, but it really shouldn't matter. I also fondly hope you're growing fatter. There's a lamp that never makes me think of you. We didn't shop for it together, and you never put the lampshade on your head. It's by the bed, so I can see to fill my journal with the 3 gazillion reasons why we're better off apart. Or rather, why I'm better off without you. You, of course, have lost the greatest catch you'll ever have, and you will realize how much you care and languish in complete despair until your dying day, which won't be soon because you're so damn healthy with your veggie diet and your yoga, which I tried that time I had that awful cold. It nearly killed me, but I did it to impress you since I never did believe that you could love me just for me. On my bedside table, there are 3 stones which I'm told have healing energy. They say you have to touch them all the time or they'll disintegrate. I feel like I'll disintegrate if someone doesn't touch me soon. But there were years before I met you, and I had my note from Santa, and my cable, and my visa, and my talking clocks and earplugs, and my healing stones and journal to unwind me and remind me that I always have myself, and that I always have the lyric to a new song, and a lamp that never makes me think of you. Thank you. Thank you. So that show that I mentioned then, at the Broadway show, Caterers Fair, this is a song that Haley's going to sing from a catered fair. And it's about a wedding, or about how parents sometimes want things for their kids that they never had, but the kids don't really want them. And in this case, the mother wanted her daughter to have the wedding that she never had. So she kind of forced her into it. And they go to the bridal shop to try on wedding dresses, which the daughter is totally not interested in. And something miraculous happens. And the song is called One White Dress.
I wasn't one of those silly little girls, those perfect pink and frilly little girls who long to wear makeup, just aching to cake up their pores. Makeup still bores me. I never mooned over bridal magazines or sappy wedding scenes I saw on movie screens. And I might as well fess up, I never played dress up and such. So why am I enjoying this so much? Who would imagine that one white dress could totally spin my head around? I wouldn't be an emotional mess over any other dress I found. I've never been one for shopping till I drop, or squeezing into outfits tight enough to pop. And primping, I hate to, I usually can't wait to be done. But I have to admit, this is fun. What is happening to me? I've been sensible all my life. Maybe I need this little spree before I'm somebody sensible, practical, serious, and eventually tired, old, worn out wife. So I'll do those strange things that everybody does, acting like the fool I never thought I was. Pa will throw some old tux on and spend lots of bucks on the show. It really sounds crazy, I know. Who would imagine that one white dress could easily shove all sense aside, fill up a room with happiness, and turn a practical, rational, serious, plain Jane, ordinary girl into a giddy bride?
So I don't know if you guys have gone through this. When if you get old enough, you younger folks probably won't know this experience. But sometimes there are things in your life that you do that you're really good at, or that you have a knack for, and then you pursue something else as your career in life. But there's always that something that you used to do when you were younger, or that you loved when you were a kid, or that that just brought you a lot of joy that you either stopped doing or didn't make your life career, your life focus. And I have a little bit of that going on right now, which is that I've always played piano from when I was a baby. I don't read music, I just play by ear. And literally, I started when I was 1. My grandmother had a piano and she babysat me every day. And I just started noodling around on it. But I've always sort of taken my piano playing for granted, because then I started writing songs, and the piano playing was, just sort of in service of the songwriting, presenting the songs. But over the last 10 years, I'd say, I started taking the piano playing seriously as playing, as just piano playing itself. And I've done 2 solo piano albums. And the most recent one is Beatles songs. And it's called Beatles Reimagined, and I actually have some copies. I just got it pressed not long ago, so I have some copies of that with me. If you're interested, I'll be out at a table afterwards, after the whole concert. And I wanted to do something from that. And in the piano world, when I do these recordings, I don't practice the songs. I don't know what I'm going to play. I just kind of make them up as they come out of me, and then I just take the best takes. They're all totally in the moment. Which I think is magic, and I'm glad it happens to me. So anyway, this is a Beatles song that you probably know. You students know Beatles songs? You know, you like Beatles? I love you even more. Thank you. That's good. So we're going to close the first half of the show with a song that the other thing that I've learned in my wisdom, in my ancient wisdom, is to say yes to stuff, like the Danish musical, like whatever, especially things that just scare the heck out of me. And I want to say, oh my God, I could never do that. And then I try to say yes and just kind of, learn from it. And it's never been a disaster so far. I mean, knock on wood, but that could change. But so far, it's been pretty good. And DreamWorks came calling. My friend Stephen Schwartz had done lots of those Disney movies, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Prince of Egypt, and he would tell me about the experience of doing that and how the sort of hierarchy in the company would all need to approve it, and it was all like very sort of writing by committee, which terrified me. And I thought, oh my God, I could never in a million years do that. And of course, then they called me up and wanted me to do it. And I so wanted to say no, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. The movie is called Joseph, King of Dreams. It was an animated movie back in the, I don't know, Stone Age, but it was a long time ago. I think in like 98 or something it came out. And it's about Joseph, the guy, the Bible character, Joseph and the code. And this is a song that occurs when Joseph is at his lowest point and has tried everything he knows to get out of his dire situation and just can't do it alone anymore. And the song is called Better Than I, and here is Lucas to sing it, and then we'll take a short break and come back and see you for the second half. Thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it.
I thought I did what's right. I thought I had the answers. I thought I chose the surest road, but that road brought me here. So I put up a fight and told you how to help me. Now just when I have given up, the truth is coming clear. You know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the need to know why. For you know better than I. If this has been a test, I cannot see the reason, but maybe knowing I don't know is part of getting through. I try to do what's best, and faith has made it easy to see the best thing I can do is put my trust in you, for you know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the need to know why, for you know better than I saw one cloud and thought it was the sky. I saw a bird and thought that I could follow. But it was you who taught that bird to fly. If I let you